The New York Knicks may be headed into next season with a similar roster to last season, and that may not necessarily be a bad thing. According to the NBA, the Knicks are leading the NBA in a new stat. We're going to look into that. Immanuel Quickley is also putting in a lot of work this offseason. It's like he knows he's up for a contract extension. We're going to look into what work he's putting in as well too. And Mitchell Robinson gets some very special news. All of this and so much more today. Let's get started. The New York Knicks apparently lead the NBA in a new stat. According to Sports Illustrated, the New York Knicks, as their current roster stands, have retained 90% of minutes from a roster that's posted 47 wins and the franchise's first playoff series victory since 2013. If you look at the minutes, at 18,054 minutes from returnees, the Knicks outpaced the silver medalists from the Oklahoma City by 644 minutes, according to the figures from NBA.com. The Indiana Pacers are 5th place in the East at 16,849 minutes, while Sacramento and New Orleans round out the top 4. This is a very interesting stat because I didn't even know it existed until I read this article. So apparently the New York Knicks, with the players they have coming back, retain a lot of those players, what they do, the minutes that they play, and what that team runs in terms of offense and defense. So that makes a lot of sense because if you look at it from that perspective, it means that the team you're bringing back has a lot of chemistry. And that chemistry can help build a lot of what you're trying to do moving into the next season, which is strengthen what you had last season and building upon those successes. And Sports Illustrated basically illustrated that as well too. As small as it sounds, the sense of familiarity and united chemistry could be big for a Knicks team looking to build on their brightest and most undeniable glimmer of light yet. Even the newest Knicks acquired, such as Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo, have worked with the team's star attractions in Jalen Brunson at Villanova, obviously, and Hart also worked with Randle at LA with the Lakers from 2017 to 2018. Now, a lot of people forget that Josh Hart and Julius Randle actually have that relationship. So again, Sports Illustrated is basically stating what I stated earlier. The New York Knicks coming into next season retain a lot of the minutes played for some of their top usage players in Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, RJ Barrett, players like that. And the players that they brought in already add to chemistry that they have existing already in Villanova with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Dante DiVincenzo. So the New York Knicks heading into next season are going to be a team that has a lot more chemistry to it than you saw last year. I think we all saw to start the season the Knicks were shaky last year and they didn't have great chemistry. I think this year we're going to want to see them start off red hot and do that really fast and hopefully catch that chemistry together a lot faster than they did last season. Because you can make the argument that if they do that and they play at a high level and Jalen Brunson takes another step, which I think he will do actually with the New York Knicks coming into this next season, then all bets are off. I think the New York Knicks will go as far as that hot start takes them, but they're going to have to build off of that momentum if they're able to get it. And I think that chemistry that we're speaking about here is going to build a lot toward that. Now, I know chemistry is not the only thing you need in this league to win. And by the way, there are a lot of teams that have that chemistry as well, too. And we see as well that just because you have chemistry, like the Boston Celtics, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to get all the way to the NBA Finals. It doesn't mean that you're going to get to the next step. And even if you get to the NBA Finals, it doesn't mean you're going to win it all. So chemistry is a key piece to winning culture on any team, but it is not the only thing you need to win in this league. So I want to make that clear. But this is not a bad stat to hear the Knicks are leading the NBA in. I didn't know it existed, but the fact that I know about it now, I'm going to brag about it to everybody because it's a great thing to have chemistry, and I love that. However, we all still know that the Knicks would definitely ruin this chemistry if they could swing on a superstar trade if the price is right. But everything is pointing into the direction right now that the New York Knicks are going to be heading into next season with the roster you're seeing here, with maybe a few more additions, maybe another backup power forward. But even if you don't see that and you only see Dante DiVincenzo, the engine of Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett is likely not going to change at all heading into next season. Immanuel Quickley is working on his shooting and his game during this offseason, and he's doing so with trainers, and he also even went to Spain. So take a look at this. The New York Knicks posted this on their Twitter feed, and it shows Immanuel Quickley putting in that work in the Sanctuary, which is a performance retreat for players in Spain. He's already putting in that work, making sure that everybody knows what he's doing and how much he's putting in and how much this game matters to him, because you can clearly see it matters. He's going to different retreats to work on his game, get better at his craft, because I think everybody, including himself, knows he did not show up in the playoffs, and I think that still haunts him, and he has to shake that, and I think shaking that is by getting better. And getting better is going to these places, going to these retreats, but also working out with your trainer. And he's working on that shot. And I'll tell you right now, I've seen Quick's shot, and it's definitely been quick before, no pun intended. But his shot release right now, and I'm going to roll the clip in a second, looks pretty good. It looks a little bit faster, actually. And he looks more comfortable walking into it and shooting. Now, I know it's an empty gym. I get that. But still, the arc, the way he's shooting it, and the speed he's shooting it at, all looks better in my opinion. Take a look.
Fair ball.
You see what I'm saying? It's a slight difference. You can tell he's been working on that shot. And I'm not saying he was a bad three-point shooter, because even during the season, he was pretty decent for us at three-point shooting. But I think even he knows he has to get his game to another level and elevate it. And if that's the case, and he's going to get better at three, and maybe can give you 41% from three or 42% from three next season, if he gives you anything within that three-point range next season, I would say all the offseason work he's putting in right now is worth it. Because that's really a huge jump in average if you can do that. And Immanuel Quickley, I do believe in him. That he's working not only on his body, but his game, his craft. He's going to different retreats. He's working out with different trainers. He's clearly working on his shot. He's clearly working on his form. I love seeing our players doing that. And I love Quickley for doing it. And I think it's clear he loves this game so much. He wants to get better, and he wants to make a name for himself in this league. I think you can see that tenacity and that drive and that ambition in him. And I love to see that in one of our young players. So Immanuel Quickley, keep hooping, keep training. I love what I'm seeing. Keep up the videos, keep up the workouts, and hopefully we'll see you next season retained on a favorable contract. And then I hope you go off for the New York Knicks, increase that value, but more importantly, help the New York Knicks take their roster to the next step and the next level and get this team to where we want them to be, in contention. Mitchell Robinson becomes a dad. Listen, as a father myself, I cannot say how happy I am to see Mitchell Robinson so happy as a dad. You can see in this video over here, he's smiling, he's looking at his baby, showing off his little girl over there, and we're so happy we get to see her, meet her a little bit in this TikTok that he shared. And honestly, to God, Mitchell Robinson looks so happy and heartfelt and heart-warmed in this moment with his daughter. And to be honest, I think things like this can motivate players going into seasons. Mitchell Robinson joins Josh Hart as Knicks players who have become new fathers this calendar year. And shout out to Josh Hart and his twins too. God bless them. God bless Riley, Mitchell Robinson's daughter, who we just saw. I love these type of news for players because honestly, I feel like it motivates them going into next season. But also with Mitchell Robinson, I hope the birth of his daughter motivates him to keep going off and doing what he's doing, but take his game to another level for the New York Knicks. Hopefully be more dominant on offense, especially inside. I'm not sure with Tom Thibodeau he's going to get a chance to do that. But if he even gets some small opportunity, I hope he takes full advantage of it and helps the New York Knicks get better from that spot, because we do need more offense from the 5 spot in Mitchell Robinson, especially when he's out there. But I can say that the birth of his daughter, I am praying and hoping and wishing it motivates Robinson to have one of the best years of his entire career next season. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.